What is up? Happy Monday. This portion of the program is powered by NCA National Certified Alarms. No long-term contracts. License number 645. So that happened. The whole war thing. Or whatever it is. Police action. It's a police action, boys. That's all it is. Police action. I'm not for it. Wasn't for it. But we're in it. So, what are we going to do?
Chad, you can't end them unless you start one.
It's true. It's true.
You can't be the president that ends wars if there's no war to end.
Correct. You're correct. I'm sorry about that. I forgot all about that. The reality is, I didn't ask for this. I don't think any of you asked for this. I don't think, realistically, why is the big reason? I think you look over and you say Israel's a big reason. Do I think it's going to last a super long time? I don't, partially because I don't think we have the ammo. I don't think we have, and you were reading about that earlier, Bill, we do not have the stockpile to maintain this for a long time. So is it going to last 2 weeks, a month? Do I think the world's coming to an end? I would hope not. I would hope that the world's not coming to an end. I saw that's World War III. Who's your first pick? Well, us, obviously. But, the people that are overselling this is a wonderful thing. It's not. It's not good for us, not good for the Middle East, especially if it goes sideways and it becomes what the potential is that it could become, which is, it becomes the new Libya, the new Syria. We don't want that. On the other side of things, people out there who think this is the worst thing in the history, no. Time's going to tell what this thing ends up being. That's it. Is it going to go months? No, because you know what? Nobody wants months. Nobody wants weeks. What do we want? Get this thing over with. But my thing is, what's your objective? What is the goal? Because even Ted Cruz said no nukes. They didn't have any nukes. We weren't in trouble. It wasn't imminent. This weekend, he said that. I think he said it this morning, actually. We can go on and on about what could or couldn't happen. The reality is we're in this now. Yeah, we killed Khomeini and everybody, but doesn't mean that the next one up isn't better. Is this one better? I don't know. Is it worse? Possible.
Are they all not religious fanatics?
Probably not all of them. There's a couple moderates that were in cabinets before who tried to have some more moderate leanings. And I'm talking about serious moderate comparatively to what they have now. And they had the Green Party, and they didn't do well after they got out. One of them was under house arrest. But, do they have anybody designated? It's not going to be, the former Shah's. It's not going to be the Shah's son. He may not even last on the ground for more than an hour. And so there's that. So now we've got to ask ourselves as a nation, one was too many. What is if we lose a bunch, what does that look like? Oh, I don't think anybody wants that. Right? So what is that like? And you've got a chasm right now. I'm a sit and wait kind of guy. We're in this. I'd rather we weren't. But the reality is we're here. We're fighting it. We get behind our men and women who are out there doing what they're doing and taking on these crazy people are worried about what's it called? They're worried about the missiles and stuff. The suicide drones, far more dangerous at this point. $300-400. They've got tons of them. They can swarm. We've seen it what they do with Russia. Remember how they go in there and they swarm and take out their planes and whatnot? They can make life a living hell with those. And I was watching a video earlier. I don't know if it might have been Qatar, but it hit one of our bases and stuff. And you hear one of our guys say, "Oh my God, they're starting to get their aim down. They're figuring out what's going on." So it's not going to be easy. I think a lot of people thought, well, they're just going to roll over. It's going to be the same. It's not. 92 million people. And while some people are excited, there's a lot of people in the streets also bummed. All those people that wanted to continue to beat their wives and make them wear the beekeeper outfit, they're pissed. I don't think that was nice, Chad. It was honest. It was.
There's a lot of little girls that are like, nah, damn it, I got to go to school now.
Yeah. Well, so it's but we we're in it now. I just want to know what's the end game. Because is it regime change? Is it? But it wasn't. But it is. But I'm not sure. But maybe it is. Is it because they were going to get nukes, but they weren't going to get nukes, and the deal that was offered last week was better than anything Obama had gotten, and Trump could have said, "There's a victory." Is it ballistic missiles, which is nowhere in any of the stuff that they've had before, that they can't have any kind of missiles? Is it the fact that what did he say, that they tried to steal the election in 20 and 24? Is it because they tried to kill him? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things out there. What's the end game, though? Like anything, what's the end game? Is your end game, isn't regime change, but if it came, we're good with that, but then we're not good with it, but maybe we're good with it? Is that, no. Is that working for you? I mean, again, Trump.
Our objectives are clear. First, we're destroying Iran's missile capabilities, and you see that happening on an hourly basis, and their capacity to produce brand new ones, and pretty good ones they make. Second, we're annihilating their Navy. We've knocked out already 10 ships. They're at the bottom of the sea. Third, we're ensuring that the world's number one sponsor of terror can never obtain a nuclear weapon.
Okay. So, but what exactly? So their Navy's gone. The nuclear weapon thing. By the way, if you were living in Iran and you were part of the ruling class right now, the minute this is over, you're trying to get a nuclear weapon faster than you ever have before. Because it seems to be about the only thing that keeps all the other countries away from you. I mean, look at Kim Jong-un, fathead. He's over there with his gout, just loving life, right? Because he got gout. He's always got bad gout. He does, too.
He's a big fan of cheese.
He is a big fan of cheese. That guy's always got gout problems. You're always hearing about how his gout's debilitating. So he's out there. Okay. So, but nobody messes with him. Every once in a while, he saber rattles. And they've got nothing, by the way. Iran's got stuff far more sophisticated. So, yeah, why wouldn't you want to at this point in time? Now the question is, again, what exactly is it that we're going to get at the end of this? Trump seems to think it's pretty easy.
We have the strongest and most powerful, by far, military in the world, and we will easily prevail.
But what does that look like? I think, and the cost, Bell and I were trying to do the cost today. So the cost estimate that I had run and talked to my buddy so far was, 20. Okay, so $12.7 billion on operations, airstrike deployments, etc. $21.7 billion in U.S. military aid to Israel, and then $25 to $40 million per day, not counting the fact that we lost 3 planes, so that'll take it up to $270 million today. Because Kuwait shot our planes down.
That was nice of him.
So Iran's like, we got one. Well, if Kuwait, that poor guy who shot the planes down at Kuwait, they're gonna dock his paycheck. Fun to say.
He'll be like, I told you I was good.
They're taking it out of your check. Oh, thank God we didn't lose anybody there. So I think a lot of people just like to know, myself included. Time's going to tell, but how long is too long? And I think boots on the ground. I think for most of you listening right now, boots on the ground that's a no-go, right? We can't have boots on the ground. Hence the reason why regime change isn't going to work. Because boots on the ground ain't happening. And how many boots would have to be on the ground for us to go in there and do that? So many. So many boots on the ground. And I don't think I've been promised no more wars, and then here's a war. I've been promised no more forever wars, and I don't think this will be. But away we're going to go, and we're going to find out what it looks like in the coming days and weeks. Hopefully, I would love to think it's over way sooner than people realize. But Trump's saying it could go on for a month or so. Okay, let's see.
We have, right from the beginning, we projected 4 to 5 weeks, but we have capability to go far longer than that. We'll do it.
What was the old saying? If you broke it, you bought it? Was that Powell that said that? I think Powell was the one who came out and said, if you broke it, you bought it. You own it. Well, we broke Iraq.
Kind of a Colin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What other Powell would have?
I don't know. There's that guy from
The Fed chair?
McHale's Navy.
I don't think he was. Although it was the Navy. So we're going to see. It's going to be interesting. Let us know what you guys think. Again, I was never a fan of this. I said last week I wasn't a fan. I've been saying for a long time, I don't want any more wars. I don't want to go nation build. I don't want to do any of that stuff. If Israel's really wants to go after them, they can go after them. Or we don't want them to get a nuclear bomb. They're not getting a nuclear bomb. And even if they did, what are they going to do with it? And by the way, Israel thinks they're coming after them. I think the first place, if they ever had a nuclear bomb, we're going to do it, wouldn't be Israel. It'd be Saudi Arabia. Absolutely. They can't. The Saudis pushed for this. And now they're not thrilled because their stuff's getting bombed and we don't really seem to. We're protecting our bases. We're not so much protecting some of the oil.
Well, yeah, one of the first things that Saudi Arabia got hit with was the oil, one of their oil refineries on their East Coast.
Yeah. So, and that's, they got the Straits of Hormuz closed. They bombed what was it? They hit an Indian ship today?
Yeah, they went after an Indian, not an oil tanker, but
like a cargo ship?
Yeah, a cargo ship. It's like, what the hell? Why are you bombing an Indian ship?
Like, that's going to help, right? Now, India's getting involved. Jeez. So we're going to find out. This is going to be very interesting. I want to know what you guys think about this. Like I said, we're in it now. I mean, I don't know what else to say. We're in it. So I just like to know, what is the end game? What is the end game? We've decapitated a vast majority, but the IRGC, who is their Revolutionary Guard, they're in many cases way worse, way more militant. So we always think the next guy is going to be that guy that's going to be the good guy. But I keep going back to, I can't remember the last time any of this has ever worked. I mean, it worked for 26 years when we did this to them. If you guys don't remember, there's a thing called Operation Ajax. They actually had a guy that was democracy. They voted him in. He decided to nationalize everything. And then America's like, oh, we can't have that. So us and the Brits, we overthrew him, put the Shah in, and then he ruled with an iron fist for, 26 years before he was bounced. And then we had this. And the Iranians always say that's when democracy died in Iran, when they overthrew their former leader, who was so popular. So popular. So lots of stuff to get to today. Some interesting stuff, fun stuff, not just all about this. Did you see Jim Carrey? Or was that Jim Carrey?
And now the story is that he was supposedly wearing a mask.
I don't
no
know.
pun intended.
Mm-hmm. And if you didn't see that, did you see old Kelly Osbourne? Oh.
She's looking more and more like her mother every day.
She looks like Karen Carpenter would be obese. It's scary. It's the kind of scary where you look at somebody like that and you think, I feel like there's some real issues here. So it's scary, man. You got to check it out. Plus we'll have more on this, obviously, a bunch of other stuff to get to today, right here on the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. What's up, Ken? How you doing, baby?
What's going on, boys? How about you?
I wanted to have fun today, man.
Yeah.
I want to talk about stupid war. I did. I thought, okay, good. We'll have some fun, talk about some fun stuff in the war. What is it good for? Nothing.
I kind of thought Friday, whenever the talks in Geneva broke down,
Yeah.
and the Iran delegation came out and said, we thought it went good. And then the Omanis who were brokering it, kind of holding the meeting, said, we thought it went good. But the U.S. officials were dead silent.
Yeah, because
That was kind of telling.
It was telling.
There.
Well, they had said that they wanted to attack a week earlier, but didn't. And for whatever reason, they weren't ready, weather, I don't know. And now you're in a position where you're looking around and you're going, okay, so why are we going through this charade of going in there and having any kind of discussions? It was never about anything to do with anything we wanted. We got a better deal, way better deal. They got offered so many things and didn't matter because we were already told it was going to be a no. So away we go. I was telling Belle, so Clinton must have woke up Saturday with a smile on his face because he was off all of the front pages. And then Neil
That's right. Yeah, that was his day to testify.
And then Neil Sedaka was gone. He died.
Yeah.
Picked the wrong day to die, Neil.
Yeah. Everybody forgot about O'Neill.
Oh, man. You picked the wrong day to die. Poor Neil. So, yeah, I would just, again, I love it. What I was laughing at is watching people who are twisting to make it so, yeah, this is exactly what we want. This is exactly what I voted for. I know he said no wars, but he really meant we're going to do some more wars. We're going to do some more stuff. And to watch them, because nobody wants to be, I can't believe I voted for that. So I was just like, everybody's, you're not a fan of Trump's. I'm not a fan of war. I'm not a fan of war. I don't know why people are a fan of war. Well, I'm not a fan of war, but, it's because we had to. We didn't. We didn't have to. Israel wanted us to, and we did. And now we got 3 planes shot down, 4 dead, 18 critically wounded, and probably a lot more than that.
That's not fair, though. Some of those planes were shot down by the Kuwaitis, and that was an accident.
Yeah, Iran said they shot down 1. But the Kuwaitis were like, yeah, I think we shot the other ones down. Sorry about that. Sorry, that sucked.
Thanks for saving our country. Here's this.
Yeah, sorry. We're here. You guys can hit us. We'll give you some free oil. Free oil! So this will be, again, I'm like, it's crazy, though. Think about this. Think about how blessed we are. I mean, I'm looking and think about living in Tel Aviv or any of these areas where there's bombings going on nonstop.
Beautiful, sunshiny day.
Yes.
And in the distance, boom.
Boom. Just boom, boom, boom.
We are very fortunate.
So,
where we live.
But we got none of this going on. We don't. Nobody's coming in. Nobody's trying to, that's the beauty. That was one of the things our founding fathers were like, well, it's going to be, if you're going to come here, it's a long trek, and we're going to see you coming. Right? Then we've got Mexico, we got our Huaraches, and we got white Mexico and Canada to protect us if you're going to come in those directions. And, so it's we're blessed because of the natural terrain. Just getting here would be virtually impossible to do where you were going to be undetected.
And then once you get here, there's so many civilians with guns.
Everybody's
that
packing.
You don't need to be worried about the military. You need to be worried about the civilians.
That's right. Yeah, you got to get through where are you going to come? You're going to come here? You're going to come to the Carolinas and to Florida? Good luck with that. Getting shot by a bunch of spring breakers.
You better try to come through Washington State.
That's right. It's the best bet is to go up through, come down through Vancouver, sneak in through the backside of everything, down through the mountains. That's your best way to get here. Because otherwise you're screwed. You're going to get killed by people in Daytona. Right?
Whereas in Seattle, you just join in the parade.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just join in. Nobody's going to pay attention to you. Just tell them you're dressed in drag. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. All right, coming up. Just we got a bunch of stories that are crazy that we should talk about, including Anthropic. Also, do you guys know what a destination charge is? This is insane, and why people are so pissed about buying cars. Plus, we got more on, obviously, what Trump said earlier today. So much other stuff to get to. Plus, several of you have chimed in about you saw Kelly Osbourne, and it was
that's terrible.
It is not a good look.
She looks like a fish.
Yes.
She and her mother both, they look like big mouse bass.
Yeah.
It's like big mouth bass.
They took all of the fat or any kind of fat out of their jaws. It's scary looking. It is. Talk about that.
It does not look good.
It is not. Oh, my God. Speaking of that, did you see Brittany, man? I saw another Brittany this weekend.
Boy.
Oh, Lord. Somebody needs to get to her. Even, I just went on to see the comments. It was, poor thing. Did we do the right thing? No. Stay out of her life. Her family knew her better than you did. If you're missing the show, shame on you. Grab the podcast. It is the Chad Benson Show. Super Talk 99.7. Sports of the program is brought to you by NCA National Certified Alarms and Long-Term Contracts. License number 645. Yeah, Ken, I was watching. I didn't know who that was, Kelly Osbourne, when I saw her, because she's lost so much weight.
I had no idea it was her.
Honest to God, I had no idea.
Well, and when the Osbourne's reality show was running, she was porky.
Yeah.
I mean, she was genuinely overweight. And when you compare the two, I mean, I could understand why she'd want to lose weight, but not this much.
Yeah. Well, she said, and she got mad at people. If you guys haven't seen her, she was on the Brit Awards, and she looks like she weighs under 100 pounds. Her face, because she also had like one of those sleeveless shirts on, and it's one of those things where you could see every bone, every rib, and her shoulder blades and everything. But her face, it looks so gaunt. And she's like, I can't believe how mean people. What did you expect? By the way, if camera puts on 10 pounds, that's crazy. Because I feel like it puts on 50, but you don't know that. But it was shocking to see, because I'm like, who's that lady? Oh my God, that's Kelly Osbourne. It looks nothing like her. And then you had the Jim Carrey thing, which was way weird. So is it a guy named Alexi Stone? Not Alex Stone, our buddy, but Alexis, who is a drag queen who supposedly put on a mask. He kind of teased that, but then, because if you guys have not seen Jim Carrey from like a week or two ago, and then this person yesterday at the Caesar Awards who got this award, that is not the same person.
Well, and if you look closely between the two,
yeah, the
one that people are now assuming is a mask, the guy has almost no eyebrows.
Yeah, yeah, and it looks, and he did different color eyes, and you're thinking, how did you get here? Like, what happened? How did you get to this? Because you don't look like that. You look like somebody who looks like Jim Carrey.
When I first saw people talking about it being a mask, my first thought was, oh, it must be some kind of promotion for the fact that he's going to do another Mask movie.
Oh, yeah.
And then that never even got brought up.
No. It was weird, though. It was really weird, because there was a guy who comes out and he says, I did it. And then he pulled it back, and you still don't know, because the person who also spoke happened to be fluent in French, and I don't think Jim Carrey's fluent in French. The whole thing was just bizarre. Bizarre. We'll get back to the war. It's not going anywhere, unfortunately. Now, guys, do you know what a destination charges? It's the new things with cars. Okay, customers are encountering a new sticker shock buying cars. It's a destination charge, and it's $1,600 on new cars right now. And people are asking, what the hell is a destination charge? Because when you go, dude, you guys we go buy cars, right? It doesn't matter what you buy. Look at how long it is. What's your son? Okay, it's this. This is $1,600, and people are asking, what the hell's a destination charge? Where's my car going that I don't know about? And that's another reason why cars are through the roof. It's mandatory, non-negotiable flat rate fee set up by auto manufacturers to cover the cost of transporting a new vehicle from the factory to a dealership. On average, it's $1,600 right now.
There is no way that putting a bunch of those on a tractor trailer and driving them to a dealership costs $1,600.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. So, because you're not driving them individually on a tractor trailer. You're dropping them off in big groups, right? So you're not driving one and dropping it off.
How many of those hold? Like 12 cars?
I think about 12. Yeah, five on top, maybe 6. So, So right there, just that destination charge, it's another thing to push prices through the roof. Already, what are we talking about? $790 is the average payment for a new car?
A friend of mine, when I was living in Dallas and working in records, he was the Warner Brothers rep, and his father had been a car salesman, so he knew exactly the whole process and where to cut corners and what not to do. And he goes to buy a car, and the guy brings out the invoice he's got to sign, and there's one line that says ADP on it, and it's like $850. And he'd never seen that before. So he's talking to the sales guy. He goes, what is this right here, ADP? I've never seen that on a contract before. And he pressures the guy, and the guy goes, it's additional dealer profit.
They just put it right in there.
Yeah.
It's more money for us. But we could put more money for us. So we put that. It's like with your phone bill. Go look at your phone bill. How much crap is on there that you have no idea what's on there? $1 here, $1 there, 97 cents. When you go to get it, even if you go buy a battery, and it's like, you're charging me $24 for disposal. I'm buying a battery. I'm not disposing of one. Well, you may have one that you want to dispose of, but you're not doing it.
When you get your oil changed, and there's that little fee on there for them getting rid of the old oil.
Yeah, it's like they make it. It's like $19.95 for your oil change. Remember those? And then it's just like when you buy flowers, $19.99 for the 12 stems, red rose. You check out, it's $73. So, well, what's this for? Oh, there's this, and the oil change. That's right, your oil change. It's insane, but they said there's averaging $1,600 a day. I mean, $1,600 per car right now. That is insane to think that. Just incredible. And just the cost of cars right now. By the way, Maserati charges $4,000. $4,000 for because the destination's better when you're buying a Maserati. Which is usually...
At least it's cheaper than the oil change.
Yeah. The destination's better. You know what the destination is? The shop. If you want to buy a Maserati, get a used one, and because they're going to break down. On average, I'm looking at some of these things. The cost is insane. BMW only charges $1,200 right now. That's pretty good. And remember, $1,600 is average. F-Series... Cadillac, Escalade, GMC, Yukon, Ford Expedition charging $2,600 for your destination charge. What was the stuff? Remember Seinfeld? Was it undercoat?
Yeah, and Putty goes, we don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's like charging you for undercoat. That's I don't know, because that's mostly in the East Coast, right? Because of the snow and stuff.
I
have no idea what it is. I don't even know if it's real. Oh, geez, just insane. Just additional driver purging, ADP. That's right. Educate yourself before you say transport costs too. I didn't say transport costs too much. I said $1,600. If you're going to one dealership, and you've got 10 cars to drop off, and on average, let's say it's $10,000. Is it really a $20,000 drive? When already the cars are through the roof and you're paying $790 payments on average. That's the average car. Somebody's buying a Corolla, they're paying $790.
That is ridiculous. If you're paying that for a car, you do not understand money. And that's coming from somebody who's made a lot of bad fiscal decisions and had to learn the hard way.
You?
Yes.
Are we going to put that in one of our mandals? Bad fiscal decisions?
Yes.
Bad fiscal decisions. So that is crazy. I know we've had destination charges since 1958, but, I think that the problem is it isn't that we have had them. It's now that everything is being passed off to the customer. And so you have to sign 48 different pages. And everything is something new. They try to sell you something on top of selling you something. And again, $790.
I'm surprised there's not a line item. Not a line item on there for the tariffs.
Yeah. So in 1998, it was $500. It cost more to transport back then. So it's buy used. First of all, never buy a new vehicle. Ever.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Ever buy a new vehicle. Ever buy a new vehicle. There's no reason. Did you buy yours new?
No.
Yeah, smart.
No. God, no. You lose so much value as soon as you drive it off the lot. It's ridiculous.
I wonder if Ken did you buy yours new? Ken, what did Ken have? His Hyundai? Is he there?
Yeah, he's putting his headphones on.
Oh,
What?
okay. Did you buy your car new, Ken?
No, it was not brand new.
Smart man back there.
Yeah.
No, sir, I stopped doing that. I'm going to drive them till they can't drive anymore.
Damn, Skippy.
Smartest way
Right
to go.
to the ground.
That's well, it's on fire. I'm still going to try to get it there. I would, if it wasn't for the fact that my wife didn't like me sitting in traffic, I'd still have my Saturn, my 2002 or 3 Saturn, whatever it was. Man, I love that thing. I drive that thing all day long. Never had a problem. It was like Legos. The engine was Legos. Didn't matter. But I'm like you, man. I would drive it to the ground. I would never buy it. Right now, if I was going to buy a used car, though, you could get Teslas so cheap. That Model 3, man, they drove it. You might as well driven it off a cliff when you drove it out of the parking lot. Just insane, crazy.
So it loses like 10 grand in value.
Oh, almost immediately.
The minute you hit the road.
I mean, I follow these car guys, and they've got some like great deals. You know, a couple of them are here, but they'll show you like here's a Y model. The battery's 92% still good, and you know it's like 13 grand for it. It's got 140,000 miles on it, but everything works perfect, and it's Carfax. There's nothing wrong with it. But somebody who bought it like 4 years ago spent like 70 grand on it. That's insane.
A new car typically loses 20 to 30% of its value in the first year, and depreciation continues at about 15% annually for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
That's just, there's no reason. Horrible money decision if you're buying a new car.
Yes. Yeah, just it. I don't even, and if you're super wealthy and you don't care, okay. Because if you're buying a car like a Bugatti, it doesn't matter, you know? I mean, that car's not going to lose that much value because you're only going to drive it. Like, you ever see those cars, too, that are for sale? It's like, oh, yeah, it's a 2008, Ferrari. It's got 1,800 miles on it. Why? Because mostly it was in the shop.
Hey.
Or it was owned by somebody that was so rich they had 7 other cars and they didn't like driving that one.
They don't like driving that one. So, just insane. All right, coming up, a lot of stuff still to squeeze into. Speaking of Iran, are they out of the World Cup before it ever begins? We'll talk a little bit about that, bunch of other good stuff. Reach out to us across all of our social media. We love hearing your stories about what's the highest payment you've ever paid on your car. I want to hear it. Text the program. What's your highest payment that you've ever paid on a car? What is your no-go if you were going to go get a new car? Because it's the first thing we always ask when we go buy a car. It's never, how much is the car? What's it out? We always say, how much down? What's my payment? We don't care that it costs you $60 and then it's now worth $35 when you drive it off the lot. You just want to know, what is my payment going to be? What's that no-go for you? Let us know. Love hearing from all of you. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7. Man, a lot of you, I got a lot of $700, $800 payments people are putting in. Some $1,350.
Wow.
What are you driving?
That's nuts.
So that is nuts. So, I mean, okay, so that is a Cummins Ram 2500, 83 grand, 7.3%. That is insane. 158,000. So another guy, he bought his Peterbilt 2021. So that's obviously not a normal vehicle. 158K, but he's paying $3,600 a month, but that's his job.
That's for his
job.
But that's a tractor trailer, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know the pricing on that, but that doesn't sound outrageous for a tractor trailer cab.
$1,500 a month. Everybody's got that price. Like, what do you pay, Bell? Like, what do you get? 4 payments left? Bell's very excited about his payments.
$125.15 a month.
Oh my God. Bell went back to the 80s to get his payment.
Wow.
That's
good. Relatively speaking.
Good God. 158. What was the highest payment you've ever had?
You know what? I was thinking about that, and I can't remember. And I know it had to be on my BMW, but I don't think that was early 2000s. So I don't think it went over $300.
That's not bad. What about you, Ken?
I think we're in it right now with our Nissan Rogue. It's a 2021, and I think we're definitely over 300. But I'm not.
That's not bad, though.
Completely sure. Not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it was 5 years ago now. So
how many more payments you have?
I don't know. It's weird because this Rogue, we switched it out for the initial one we bought. This one turned out to be a little bit more expensive. I don't know how my wife worked this deal out. She does all the money for us, but I definitely know that this one is over $300 a month. And I think we might be a year out.
That's not bad.
From paying it off, and I can't wait.
I know. Isn't it great when you make that last payment?
I love it.
It's just it's a release. It's like there's X amount of dollars I don't have to pay every single month and forget that I paid or paid it, double paid it. Because we pay $600 on ours, but that's because we're like doubling up payments. I just want to get rid of it as fast as possible because I hate payments on anything.
Yeah, I pay them off, and even while I'm paying them off, man, I service them religiously. I do that service, man, because I do not like having car payments.
No. I don't. I don't either.
It's worth it to me to service them the way they need to be serviced rather than servicing them on top of the monthly payment.
Yeah. Like when I was talking to, poor Mason, his car, his Jeep or whatever breaks down. He goes and gets another used car. And then in a week, he's got to go get that thing totally fixed.
It's a vicious cycle.
It is. Because once it starts doing those things, then you're buy him cheap, baby. Buy him cheap.
And run them long.
Yeah, point A to point B.
That's take care of them.
Yeah, that's it. Just simple things. Take it in, get a tune-up every once in a while, make sure your oil's taken care of. That's it. Rotate the tires. I like the fact that I don't have to drive anymore, really, because we don't drive anywhere. I walked to work again today. It was lovely. I love that fact. All right, coming up, hour number 2 of the program. Probably talk a little about the war. What is it good for making Lindsey Graham money? Whoa. Talk a bit about that. Bunch of other good stuff on the way. Happy Monday, everybody. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7.